What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, then welcome to the channel. So we are going to be discussing Project Epoch again today because they have released a new poll stating that we are going to be in the game soon, but they need to figure out what to do with the servers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through the three options that they have laid out for us and give my eloquent opinions on which one is the obvious choice and which two are for dumbasses. So, the player poll update. Below you will find the options for our player poll about reopening Project Epoch's servers. The poll will be available for 24 hours. We recognize some players are concerned about outside voices influencing this poll. Therefore, the poll is intended to gauge player direction rather than be the sole determining factor. Before voting, we want to share some information to help you make a choice. Option 1, no wipe, but prune. While reports of players with massive amounts of gold and materials are overblown, we've queried player gold, items, banks, mail, etc., and found that exactly 42 players have more than 5 gold in total assets. We can reduce or remove gold and physical assets like copper ore, elemental flux, or an elemental flux, down to a reasonable amount for level 15. Player progress would be otherwise unaffected. Now, this is my first concern here. What is considered a reasonable amount? Who is deciding what a reasonable amount is? And when I give my opinions on this, I want everyone to understand that I do not have a level 15 character on this server. I do not have tons of gold or anything. I think I have about 10 silver and some peace bloom, some like I have the first 3 herbs that you can pick up, a handful of each one. So regardless of which option is made, it doesn't necessarily affect me. There is one that does affect me, and it's the one that it seems like the smallest amount of players are going for. This is the one that affects all of us the most, yet people are not realizing it. A reasonable amount is a completely subjective term. It's all based on how someone levels their character. Are you a profession junkie? Do you hit a certain level and then go out and farm ridiculous amounts of copper ore so that you can level up your blacksmithing or your engineering? Maybe. Maybe for them, these people that have an unreasonable amount, they look at that player and they're like, those are rookie numbers. Get those numbers up. That's not enough materials. So that's that's fairly concerning. Like, who's deciding what's a reasonable amount for a level 15? The benefit of a prune is that a large amount of players have already moved out of starting zones, which allows a total higher player count, and players who have not yet begun their journey have a better chance of avoiding a queue. The team is confident we can account for all edge cases, such as guild banks, mail-in flights, alts, etc. I don't know how there would be any mail-in flight already. I mean, it should already be at the mailbox. Anyways, option 2. I do not like option 1. I think option 1 is just so... It's going to take the longest amount of time, I would imagine, and it just doesn't make any sense, in my opinion. I think this is... I'm going to be completely honest. If you choose option 1, you're probably a little bitch. You're probably a whiny little bitch who hates rich people because they have more stuff than you. You know what would make life a lot better? Work harder. Oh, but no, literally just work harder. I know, it sounds rough. It sounds tough, but if you knew anything about my background, you would understand that I'm saying this with experience. Handle your business, work harder, and you'll have more than the people that aren't willing to work as hard as you are. It's literally that simple. If you want as much stuff as these people have already acquired, play better. Like, obviously, it's kind of difficult with queues and shit like that, but it's stupid. The other thing is these players that have already reached this point where they have a quote-unquote excessive amount, now, I guess that's not quoted, nobody's saying excessive, but that they have like an perceived unreasonable amount, you realize these are the same people that are going to again have a perceived unreasonable amount of stuff once the servers go live, right? Like that's how this stuff works. If you take a rich person and you remove all of his money from him and give him 1 year, in 1 year's time, he will be rich again. If you take a poor person and you give them $1 million in 1 year, they will be poor again. Obviously there's edge cases. This is not, just like with everything, it's not 100% true all the time. But statistically speaking, this will change nothing. You're essentially taking the person that was able to log in, the person that was able to avoid the queues, the person that was able to play the game, and you're smacking them in the hand and saying, you shouldn't have played as much as you did. That's not okay. That's not okay because I didn't get to. How weak-willed and weak-minded and small of a person do you have to be to think that way? Like, honestly, it's so odd to me. Maybe it's the fact that I'm like 37 years old and I work full time and I play video games and make YouTube videos and TikToks and shit as a hobby. But like these chronically online people that cannot deal with somebody excelling above them in a video game for things that they have no control over, that's such a fucking weak, pathetic fucking hill to die on. Anyways, not even close to as bad as option 2. Wipe it all. All characters would be deleted. In this scenario, we are able to preserve player character names at the account level. It is more likely that players will experience a queue as the server balances the start area load. So with this option, everyone starts back at level 1. If you got a character name, you'll keep the character name. There are people voting for this, and I believe the people that are voting for this are the people that were never able to get online in the first place. And I'm going to be completely honest, for those people, the opinions matter not. Sucks to suck. I mean, I don't really know what else to fucking tell you. I was only able to get online for a few hours the 2 days that the servers were playable. The last fucking 5 times the servers have been on, I've been asleep because I have to work. So, sucks to suck for me too. Like, it is what it is, such is life. Wiping everyone and starting everyone back at square one is borderline mental. That is fucking dumb. You are the lowest form of human if this is what you're going for. Option 3. Now this option, I know it's going to sound crazy, but this is for the big ball swinging, can't sit in certain chairs, fucking giga chads, because what your opinion is, I don't give a fuck if John and Joe have more shit than me, and I don't care if fucking Mark has less shit than me. Just let me play the fucking game. Option 3 is we turn the servers on. It shouldn't take as much time as the other options, and we just let people pick up where they're left off from. It seems to me, it's, again, maybe I'm the oddball. Maybe I'm just some crazy old man talking to his fucking computer in his bedroom. But this seems to me like the best and most obvious choice. If you didn't get on the odd times that the server was online, that fucking sucks. Guess what? You're still not going to be able to get online at those times. Big fucking deal. I don't, if you couldn't get on because of queue, that also sucks. You know what? I spent days sitting in queues. Big fucking deal. Who fucking cares? Legitimately, who fucking cares? It does not fucking matter. These people are in here whining about fucking 4 hours of progression like it really fucking affects them. If you are so bad at an MMORPG that another person's capital has effect on you, then maybe you just shouldn't focus on gold. Look at it as a single player game and run your dungeons. Like, it's I'm sorry, but maybe a game that has capital and has gains and losses isn't for you. And then they go on to state one last thing to consider. Our art and content team was unable to assist with resolving the server instability and issues that caused our downtime. But there was one thing they could do: split the troll and gnome players into their own starting areas to provide additional balancing for players in starting zones. Through a massive team effort, our art and content team have spun up fully realized starting areas for both trolls and gnomes, including new maps, art assets, quests, and rewards. The art for these new starting zones was crafted in an extreme crunch. Both our map and model artists were working on them for every waking hour over the course of these past 7 days. Nevertheless, this was achieved while preserving our current quality standards for custom content that you all deserve. This is an extreme outlier in our normal content workflow. It is a gift to the community, and we sincerely hope that you will enjoy experiencing these new stories together with us. If we choose option 2, wipe players will start in the new zones. If we choose other options, new characters will start in new zones, and existing characters will need to travel to the zones to experience them. We appreciate the support of the community during this difficult time. Launch has not gone the way we hoped or expected, and exposed a lot of opportunities. I like that. A lot of opportunities we have to improve in the future. That's retail tactics right there. You don't have problems. You have opportunities to fix things. Once the servers are up and stable, we will work on our promised retrospective, and filling a number of roles will need to help us interface and manage our community tools going forward. Thank you for being a part of Project Epoch. They did throw in some pictures of the new stuff, and it does look really fucking cool. Like, admittedly, it looks pretty fucking awesome. Like, that's pretty fucking awesome right there. I love the purple hue. Like, I really, really do love when they add the purple hue to the forest areas. It is one of my absolute favorite things. Anyways, yeah, that's my opinion. You can see that number 1's got 10,000 already. Like, I'm sorry, if you're one of these 10,000 people, you took the shortcut to school, didn't you? You wear a helmet when you go on walks, don't you? You drool at a constant rate. I bet you're up at 2:30 in the morning making fucking grilled cheese sandwiches. You goddamn